Hey guys, it's Stephanie with Simarchy, and welcome to another speed build. Today we're working on a little gardening station slash greenhouse, and this was pretty much inspired by a new custom content pack that came out. I actually don't know the name of it or who created it or any of the details because I don't use any CC, but I saw a couple of screenshots in one of the groups I was in, and there was a little like a gardening station with a sink and little gardening tools and herbs and spices and wait, that sounds like a KFC advertisement. I don't know. It was just really cute. It's hard to explain, but you'll obviously see it because I recreated just that little sink gardening area. So the rest of this is just kind of from my head. The rest of it has nothing to do with the pack. I don't think. I don't know. Like I said, I really I didn't look at it that well. But yeah, shout out to whoever created that because that inspired this build. So if you guys knew who that was, make sure to link it below so we can give them proper credit. But I have also seen people make greenhouses out of this little, I think it's technically a greenhouse awning anyways. I've used it a few times, but I usually use it for something else. It's kind of off camera right now, but it's that just like glass enclosure. And I did make a greenhouse out of it a while ago. Oh my gosh. Wow. It seems like it was forever ago. It's probably only like a year ago, but it was a warehouse converted to a family home, and it was a collab, I believe, with my friend Katrina. I will make sure to link that if I remember, but yeah, it was cute, and I did a little gardening station on the back of that property, which was super cute. I totally forgot that I did that until just now, but yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I'm not a gardener in real life. I don't have plants. I don't have anything like that. I don't think I ever have or ever will, but I totally like the concept. I like the idea of it, whether it's flowers or fruits and vegetables. I like the idea of sort of that self-sustaining farm garden thing. Like, I'm a city girl, so I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I do think it's pretty cool. My grandfather, actually, he had a few, I think, tomato plants in his backyard and maybe cucumber plants. So I do remember him going and cutting fresh tomatoes and just slicing them and putting a little bit of salt and pepper and just eating them like that as a snack. And he would give me them sometimes. And I thought they were super good, super, I don't know, it's nice to have super fresh vegetables that you knew or that you know someone grew themselves or that you grew yourselves. Obviously, I didn't help him grow those, but it was my grandpa, so I felt like it was super cool. He also had chickens. He lived in the city. I don't know how he got away with this. Now that I think about it, my grandpa was a little bit quirky. So he built like a chicken coop underneath his backyard deck, like the porch, under the stairs. Gosh, it wasn't there for very long. It really was. I mean, maybe it was. I remember seeing it when I was super young, but I don't remember seeing it as an adult. So maybe, I don't know. He took his little bike or scooter and he added a motor to it. So he made his own little like motorized bike scooter thing. He had a little basket where he would keep his books in. And he was quirky. I never realized that. He was a very quiet man. I didn't plan on talking about my grandpa in this video, but very interesting character. This has nothing to do with gardening, but like I want to tell the story because I think it's kind of cool. So my grandfather was very, very quiet. My grandmother was very loud and controlling, and he just kind of bit his tongue and let her do what she wanted. And I'm not very fond of my grandma. I know that's not very nice to say, but she was not a very nice person to me. So I don't mind saying that. Neither of them are with us anymore. They've both passed away since. But my grandpa, he was a writer and he was really into reading and writing. And my family's from Greece, so they were both my grandparents were born in Greece. Actually, my parents were born in Greece as well and met at a disco in Cleveland, which I think is the coolest story ever. But I'm first generation born in America, so whole family is from Greece. And my grandfather, like I said, was a writer. He also translated some of the medical dictionaries from Greek to English, or from, I can't remember if it was from Greek to English or English to Greek, but they still use them in the hospitals in Greece to this day. So he's known for that. And he also was the first to open a school in Greece that taught English as a second language. So him and my grandmother did that. They also rented rooms to the students downstairs. So they lived a very interesting life. Later down the road, they ended up opening more schools. They were super, super wealthy. My mom said that they owned a house and then they had a house on the beach and they had, live-in maids, and it was just a very affluent family. And the story goes that the king and queen were overthrown by the new government in Greece, and they told our family that they could only keep one school for each person's name. So if they had, I think they had 4 kids and the 2 parents, so they could only have 6 schools, and I think they had over 50 of them at the time. So the story was that they ended up losing all of their money and coming to America with $30 in their pockets. You guys know, like the classic immigrant story, like came to America, no money, built up their American dream and all that good stuff, you know. They ended up opening an alteration shop. I guess they worked in factories for a long time, and then they saved their money and opened up their own little alteration/clothing store where they sold Christian clothes for children and babies, and they did alterations in the back as well. But my mom tells me, and I don't even know if this is a story that should be repeated, but she thinks it's a cover story. She thinks the reason that they actually left Greece was because my grandfather was writing things against the government. He was sort of, I don't know if I should say an anarchist, but I'm an anarchist, so I kind of like connect with him on that. I guess he just wasn't happy with the new government, and my mom thinks they were actually political refugees and that they left the country because they were going to put my grandfather in jail for talking out against the government. So I don't know the whole story. I wish I could go back and ask my mom, but unfortunately she's gone now too. She passed away a few years ago from cancer. Oh my gosh, this was not supposed to be it's not a sad video, but I didn't plan on talking about this. I was planning on talking about gardening stuff, and then my mind just went completely elsewhere, but yeah, that's basically the story that she told me. I wish I could ask her, which, by the way, guys, if your parents are still living, make sure to ask questions. My mom used to tell me stories all the time, and I would kind of blow them off and not care. I didn't really care about my family history, didn't really care about things like that. But as I got older, I was like, wow, I probably should have paid more attention to that, because it's good to know your roots. It's good to know where you came from and what your family did and all those sort of things. So I kind of wish I asked more questions. My dad's still around, but he doesn't know those kind of things. He I don't even know how to explain. My dad's kind of crazy. He doesn't really know our family's history. Let's just put it that way. His grandparents raised him, and then his dad brought him to the United States when he was 8 years old and abused him and mistreated him, and he didn't finish schooling or anything like that. So he doesn't really know a lot about his family history. So yeah, gosh, wow. This video was not supposed to be about that. That's the thing, though. I never know what I'm going to talk about. I just start talking whatever comes to mind, I say. But anyways, this is a little gardening station. Like, I don't know what it's called. There's the sink. There's the gardening tools. I had a very hard time having them line up with the shelving because a lot of stuff doesn't snap to the shelf. So I had to use the Move Objects sheet. So you're going to see me moving the camera and the shelves a ton. But that pack I was talking about that had this little gardening station had something very similar with the sink from Parenthood. And I was like, wow, that's super cool. I want to make my own because obviously I don't use CC. I wanted to make something that looks cool. I don't think this functions for any reason other than just being a nice aesthetic to have in your Sims yard. I think I uploaded it as a room. I hope I uploaded it as a room. The way that you do that for a sort of outdoor bill is you lay down, I keep calling it a foundation. It's not a foundation. It's like that square piece where it's considered a room, but it doesn't have walls. I laid that down and covered the tiles with the grass tile, which I'm not sure if that's base game or not, but it sort of blends in with the regular grass depending on what town you're building in. And so that way I can upload it as a room, and that way I can move objects up and down. And when you download it, the game considers it a room and not outdoors. And it allows those objects to stay exactly where I place them. Otherwise, all of those objects would fall straight to the floor when you downloaded it. And I am putting little planter boxes all around. Again, I didn't really know what to put in here. I think some of those are flower bags from Buy to Bug, but I thought maybe they would look like soil. Such a city girl, oh my god. Yeah, that was basically what I was thinking. And I am going to go around and put planters outside of the greenhouse as well. And I did go through Buy to Bug and place down little different herbs, I think, and veggies, maybe. Like sage and things like that. What are those called? I'm like thinking KFC again with the 11 herbs and spices, but Yeah, that's what I did. You have to plant them, though. I didn't actually plant them. I just left them in the planter boxes. And a lot of the stuff I did get from Buy to Bug, which, if you don't know, it's a secret menu that you can go into that the developers use for the game. And you basically just pull up your cheats menu. You type testing cheats enabled, or what is it in Sims 4? Testing cheats on. Sure. I just do it by memory. I can't think of it when I'm trying to recall it. I just type it and it comes out. And then you do bb.show hidden objects, and then you go into the search bar, and on this video it says debug. Like, you used to be able to search debug to pull up the debug menu, but since a previous update they changed it to unknown. So after you type in those cheats, you go to the search bar and you type unknown, and then it pulls up the new secret, or the old secret, the secret debug menu. I've only recorded like 2 voiceovers today and my brain is already gone. I don't know how I used to record 7 to 14 videos a day. I used to. You guys obviously probably know, if you're a longtime subscriber, that I've gone down to 3 videos a week. And if you're new, hello and welcome. I post 3 times a week. I used to post 7 times a week, and I do all my recording on Monday. So I have no idea how I used to record 7 videos a week. And if I wanted to take a Monday off, which was literally only 1 day off, I would have to record 14 videos on a Monday. And I did that. Yeah, I did that pretty often. I had a nice big backlog of videos going. And now I just come and record my 2 or 3, and it still feels like a lot. I don't know how I ever did that many. Which, by the way, this video should be coming out tomorrow, which will be a Tuesday, a couple days before the Pets Pack comes out. But I made an official video that I posted today, so for you guys yesterday, talking about how I've moved most of my live streams over to Twitch. So definitely go check out that video. I call it a channel update, and I talk about how we started live streaming more on there. And I've been live streaming a lot, and it's been so super fun. We've been getting more creative with our builds, and we're building a town called Simarchy Bay. So definitely make sure to check me out on Twitch if you like, twitch.tv/Simarchy. So I do have another minute or so here. I'm just going to talk about, these are the plants. I'm just going to call them plants because brain not working, that I put. I don't know. There's strawberries maybe, and bluebells, maybe some snapdragon plants. I don't plant things in real life or in The Sims, so I don't know. Although I feel like gardening is a good way to make money in The Sims. I forgot what it is, but it's some certain fruit or plant that you could plant that makes a lot of money. So you guys should definitely look into that if you're looking for ways to make money in your gameplay. I heard that's a good way to do it. Oh, and here I'm using columns to create my own lighting fixtures, and these I actually got from a girl named Jules. Her YouTube channel is JOOLS, and she does some really cool and creative stuff with objects, and she made her own light posts using just what you saw, what you see right now, a column and some lights and hanging baskets, and I thought it was so super cute. So I've recreated a few of those here. It's a very fun way to add lighting to a game and not have to keep using the same objects over and over again, which I'm totally into that right now, just combining objects to make new ones. So anyways, now we're to the screenshots. I did hang these little fairy lights all over the build as well, just to give it a little bit of an extra glow. I think it's cute. Like I said, you could just place it in the back of any of your Sims houses, or if you want to make it its own little lot, you can. Not a whole lot you could do with it besides plant some things, but I guess that's, I don't know, the inside's just decoration. There's nothing really you could do on the inside. But I thought it was a bit of fun. I got that open doors trick from Jules as well, which is pretty cool. And then here's a closer look at the gardening stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it very much. And I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye! Wait guys, before you go anywhere, don't forget to click over here to watch new videos and click on my face when I disappear to subscribe.